So I was thinking about it, and I was like, everybody's saying he's the greatest shooter of all time. We understand that. But I had to take it a step further. I was like, I think Steph Curry is pound for pound the greatest basketball player of all time. When you go pound for pound. When you talk about the top 10 best players ever, you might hear Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Wilt, Russell, Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Bird. You'll hear names like that. But those 10 names I just mentioned, on average, composite, 6'10", 240 pounds. Again, when you're talking about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Wilt, Bird, Magic, Russell, Shaq, Duncan, etc. But then you got Steph at roughly 6'3", 215. Not only the greatest shooter of all time, but I think pound for pound the greatest basketball player of all time. Typically, we have given that throne to Allen Iverson for several reasons. He changed the game.
Yes.
But outside of our affection for Allen Iverson, which we predominantly collectively share, Steph Curry, as far as a basketball player, his resume, it speaks for itself. He's truly in competition with no one as it pertains to being pound for pound the greatest player. We have to think about who Steph Curry is. Unanimous MVP, first, check. Back-to-back MVP, check. Holds a three-point record, check. Holds a record for most wins in a season, check. I mean, Steph Curry's checklist is up there right behind Michael Jordan, right behind LeBron James, right behind Bill Russell. But his checklist of NBA accomplishments, it can really stand neck and neck with everyone except for 2 to 3 players. So what does it do for Steph Curry's legacy? Steph's legacy didn't need much, if anything, but it definitely solidified him as the greatest shooter. We know that. But in my mind, Steph Curry, pound for pound, the greatest basketball player we have ever seen.
Woo! I feel the shift. I can feel it right now. I know I'm in L.A. and earthquakes happen all the time, but I can feel the shift in this conversation. But let me just stay still right now and give him his flowers. What does this do for Steph Curry's legacy? It certifies it. Think about it. Going around hearing, and he heard it early, some say prematurely, that he was a part of the greatest shooting tandem of all time, greatest backcourt shooting tandem of all time, him and Klay Thompson. Remember, that was the first report of Steph Curry in the league being that guy. When Monte Ellis was the point guard and Steph Curry was still figuring it out, trying to find his way, never eclipsing 20 points a game. We knew he was special, but we were waiting for it to really pop. Then they trade Monte Ellis. All of a sudden, Steph goes to the point guard position like he did his junior year in Davidson. And you look up and you're like, oh, we got something special here. Oh, now I know why Mark Jackson said he's the greatest shooter of all time. But that's a lot of talk. And then Steph Curry goes out there and sets the single-season record for three-pointers. All of a sudden, you start to get these stepping stones to your greatness, to your legacy. But this certifies it. Look, Steph Curry is not only the greatest shooter of all time through talk and rhetoric, but actually because he has the most three-pointers made. And think about it, most three-pointers made, but also the third most attempts. That means efficiency. Steph Curry talked about that, how that's his pride and joy. Now, it's me talking about Steph. You know I hold my breath. I ain't got too long to giving him his flowers before I grab in his back pocket some dirt. And it's time to talk about this.
Already? Can you wait one more lap?
Okay, you know what? I respect my co-host. He got the fresh cut right now. He want to just make sure he gets some YouTube clips out on Steph Curry.
I'm going to lead you
because you know
I'm going to lead you there.
This is not everything that is advertised to be. But let's talk about it. All right, go ahead. Let me hear.
That's why I respect you.
You know I'm going to go. Let's go.
Before you get there, let me lead you there. Let me give you a reason to be upset. Let me prompt you. Right?
You ain't the only one gave me a reason, but yes.
Growing up, my dad, if I was ever crying, in my mind, it was valid. But if I was crying, my dad would say, I'll give you a reason to cry. You know what I'm saying? If I'm crying for a reason he deems invalid, he'll give me a reason to cry. Let me at least give you a reason to be upset at Steph. Steph Curry is the most selfless superstar we've ever seen in sports. That's what I witnessed yesterday. I see Steph Curry like I think of Larry Fitzgerald, the top 5 receiver of all time, but we never think about Big Larry because he was just that selfless. I look at Steph Curry, I think of Tim Duncan. Steph Curry is the most selfless superstar our game has ever seen. Steph is legitimately the best at something. We are far too loose-lipped with the GOAT. The GOAT. We got a GOAT for everything. We got several GOATs. But Steph is legitimately the greatest shooter of all time, and that's not up for debate. Based on his efficiency and based on the metrics, he's the greatest of all time. But continually, he will either take a back seat, a secondary seat, to and for the sake of winning. Again, so when I thought about this yesterday, and this is when you're going to get upset.
Okay.
When I thought about what Steph did yesterday, it really reminded me, like, this dude, Steph Curry, got 3 chips. He has no finals MVPs, but clearly, it's become abundantly clear Steph Curry could have anything he wanted on the basketball court. He's just chosen what he wants to have and what he doesn't want to have. Steph Curry has, I only believe, 2 scoring titles. Steph Curry could definitely have more than 2 scoring titles if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He had a scoring title at 33 years of age.
Yeah.
Steph Curry could have more than 2, but he's like, you know what? It doesn't behoove me to go up and jack 40 shots a game, go jack up 40 shots a game. It doesn't behoove the team to go jack up 30 shots a game. I could if I wanted to. I'm reminded of Kevin Durant goes on the Warriors.
Oh, see, don't do that. Don't talk about him. Not yet.
Kevin Durant goes on the Warriors. And Steph Curry, who is clearly the greatest shooter of all time, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, will land higher on the list than the likes of these other players, Kevin Durant. Steph Curry takes a back seat for the greater good of the Warriors.
He took it?
Took a back seat.
Or Kevin Durant had the keys.
It was an action verb.
And he said, I got shotgun.
An action verb. Steph Curry took a back seat for the greater good of the Warriors. So when I was watching that game last night, it confirmed what I already knew, but Marcellus tries to make me doubt. Steph Curry could have whatever he wants in the NBA, including Finals MVP.
Oh, really?
The biggest knock on Steph Curry's career is his lack of Finals MVPs. And when I saw him yesterday realizing, wait, this is the greatest shooter ever. You telling me he couldn't have a Finals MVP? But for the greater good of winning, he didn't and doesn't. That's what was confirmed for me yesterday.
Okay, I get it. You just wanted to be the one to light the firework. You want to be the one to go, come on, Wiley. Bah! We here now. All right, let's talk about this. You brought up Kevin Durant's name. Too early for that. Okay.
Skip did yesterday first.
Well, let me reply like Kevin Durant did. I don't like you, Acho. KD, keep being KD out here on and off the court. I love that guy. Okay. Steph is bigger than the reward and the award he just received. The reward was, wow, we can certify you now as the greatest shooter of all time. And we don't even have to have the conversation anymore because sometimes people want to say, well, different eras, different guys, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, et cetera. You're certified, right? You're the made man in terms of shooting. You're the greatest shooter of all time. The award is most three-pointers made. Respect. But if Steph is bigger in terms of his legacy, in terms of his stature as a player, than the record he just accomplished, why are we trying to make so much attention and noise about the record he just accomplished? Twofold. One, this wasn't even a thing in the old era. This wasn't even a thing in the golden era. It is now a thing, but because the NBA knows this is the way the game goes, the three-point line, they're trying to make this more than it actually is. You don't believe me? People always think I'm a hater when I tell the truth too early. You don't believe me? Who was at the game celebrating this award with him? Mama was there, right? Daddy was there. Who? And they're not even together, so you know they thinking, okay, because Dale like, look, I helped make them. I'm the one in junior high told him, hey, Steph, you know what you need to do? Get a short, quick release because they're going to come get you. You're not 6'4" like Daddy. You don't look like you're trending that way. You know what? Daddy the same one who said also, you need to play point guard. You need to be a hybrid. You need to be a little bit of Steve Nash, and you need to be a little bit of Reggie Miller. You need to be a point guard and off guard, okay? Shooting guard. Daddy was there. Mama was there because Mama's like, 9 months, baby. That's me every day in every way. But was Wifey there? Now, Wifey's always there. Be there, see there, Mama there, P there, Aisha there. No Limit Records song. Anyway, see, somebody caught it. Point being, Aisha always there. Why wasn't Aisha there? Want to know why? Because this is how you talk to your wife. One day you'll get to this place when you talk to your wife, you're like, baby, this is big, this is big. Ain't that big. This is big, this is big. You ain't got to show up. I get it. Kids in school, you got things to do. You got your own business. You're an entrepreneur yourself. This ain't that big. Because Steph Curry is bigger than what we just witnessed him accomplish. Now, let's talk about some of the things you try to bring up. You imagine if I was in the NBA right now trying to take a shot at Steph?
Can do it.
Yes, you could. Oh, you just broke Ray Allen's record. Now, this is no shot at Ray Allen, but Ray Allen was a great specialist. But is Ray Allen an all-time great? Got quiet over there. So you broke, not an all-time greats record. Oh, you broke a record that really wasn't even in existence a decade or two ago because no one cared about it. Here's my point on that. Isaiah Thomas shot 1 3 a game in his career. The most in a season, 2.5. Steph Curry, 8.7 three-pointers a game in his career. Magic, 1. LeBron, 4. Jordan, 1. Reggie Miller, 4. Steph, almost 9. Let's talk about it. What did he really accomplish yesterday? Nothing more to add to how great he is other than his certification. But Steph Curry was already out there practicing as the greatest shooter of all time. To give him a certificate to put on the wall that Aisha don't even care about, yeah, that ain't gonna work.
No. You like my Nigerian brother, Dikembe Mutombo. Let me put y'all on game.
Okay.
Marketing 101 coinciding with business 101. Find a void and fill it.
I like you.
You want to make money in this life?
Oh.
Find a void and fill it. Marketing 101, business 101. Find a void and fill it. What Steph Curry did was what every business and marketing genius strive to do over the course of their careers. They find a void and they fill it. Isaiah Thomas, one of the greatest point guards of all time. You just told me he shot 1 3 a game. There's a void there. Michael Jordan, greatest player of all time, arguably. 1 3 a game. Larry Bird, one of the greatest of all time, 4 threes a game. Steph Curry enters the league. There's a void here.
Yes.
Because there is a three-point line that gives me more points than a layup, a dunk, or a jumper. And I can efficiently score from this distance. Void. I found it. Now I got to fill it. All Steph Curry did was what every business genius, entrepreneur, or marketing guru strives to do. You find the void, and then you fill it. Typically, you don't have the talent to do both. Typically, you pay someone to find the void, and then you create the skill or the resource, acquire the resource to fill it. Or someone else finds the void, or someone else, after you have found the void, you pay them to fill it. Steph Curry had the ability to do both. He found the void, Marcellus, Wiley, and then he filled the void. Steph Curry just did what we tried to do in life. It's what Uber did. It's what Airbnb did. It's what Elon Musk has done. They've all found voids, and they filled them in order to run multi-billion-dollar corporations. Steph Curry just did that within a multi-billion-dollar corporation, the National Basketball Association.
Hey, I respect that, and you just made my point. The NBA is leaning into this because they see where the money is going to take them, right? And all money ain't good money. But I respect...
I ain't had bad money a day in my life.
Me either. I don't know who made that up. Here's the thing. Steph Curry is pulling this record into his greatness, into his legacy.
That's real.
Not this record is pulling Steph Curry into something that he wasn't already existing in. That's my biggest point with this. Let's talk about that, how the NBA leaned into the money. And you see there's a void. Let's go to our sport. I got to get out here quick. I hear you, Kobe. Shut up. In track and field, they see a void. They see something that's happening right now in societies all across the world. And they realize we have a void, and they created a new event. Have you watched the mixed relay? Look at your eye roll. Everybody watch his eye roll. Have you seen the mixed relay? It was a void. There's an opportunity. Basically, it's 2 women and 2 men run on the same relay team.
It's terrible.
You know why it's terrible? Because it's just terrible. Not all voids that are going to be marketed are amazing, Acho. This award, respect to him because he's certified, but he was already better than this award. It's just now we got to celebrate it.